exactly why you don't like me, but at least you have your reasons.
Mama!
Oh, very well.
You're watching Shaw Arts and Entertainment. I am Curtis Anderson. I'm back on stage in the brand new Persephone Theatre. This time I'm on the set of The Guardsman. But before we take a look at the present, we're going to look to the past. I'm alongside Mr. Mobach. You may remember him from Quarry by Mobach. Sir, take me back a month. How was it seeing your production play out in the brand new theatre here?
Well, it was amazing to see it anywhere, but in the brand new theatre, of course, it was wonderful. And I hadn't seen it for a long time. I haven't seen it since, I guess, 2000. But there were a couple of productions out west that I really wanted to see, and I was working, so I couldn't get out there. And it's important, you know, eventually you need to see your play produced so you know whether you've got to make some changes and so on. So I got a hold of Sheldon, and I said, look, there's a play going on right after Quarry while it's running, and there's a part in it for me. So, and I sent him a picture of me with, you know, mutton chops and the whole thing, and he wired me back about a week later saying, well, the sideburns worked. You're in the show. Nice. So I got to see opening night and closing, and it was terrific. It was much more interesting than I thought it was, because I hadn't read the script either for a couple of years, so every once in a while something would happen, and I'd say, oh, that works. Well, that's neat. I don't remember writing that.
All right, here we are in the third production for the brand new Persephone Theatre. We kicked it off with family-friendly Beauty and the Beast. From there, we went to Murder Mystery Quarry. Where do you go from there? Talk about this third production.
Well, this play is billed as a light drama. Sometimes it's called a comedy. It's a very intricate and very funny, sort of a period piece in a way, and it's been made into a movie a couple of times in different forms. But it's a lovely little, almost farce.
Okay.
About, you know, identity changes and people trying to sort of cover up the truth, and it's been a very complicated process.
Some trust issues, maybe.
Trust issues. You know, it's a very romantic play.
Okay.
It's very romantic. It's all about, you know, true love, and how do you know you've got true love, and how far should you push it, and, you know, all that kind of stuff. In the midst of this very early 20th century kind of elegance. And we're having a whale of a time, because it also involves having to learn a slightly different style of theater than a lot of us are used to. There's a very kind of formal way of doing a lot of these things. And so between the plot twists and the period kind of detail, it's a challenge. But our process has been to sort of make it as accessible and understandable and fun as possible, which I think we've done.
Well, I'm going to dig into the plot a little bit more. I did some reading. It's about a married couple, haven't been married that long. He thinks she's going to cheat, so he goes out of his way to pretend he's someone else to see if she'll cheat. What lessons are we going to learn from this?
It's a very dangerous game.
Yeah.
And in a funny sort of way, one of the things that I think is going on in the play, and this is arguable, but I really think that she has him for breakfast.
Okay.
If you're going to play that game with me, bub, you're going to find out how smart women really are. And so it's anybody's guess, in some ways, what the final outcome is. But it's one of those lovely mysteries where you can walk out and say, oh, I know what happened, and then 15 minutes later you might say, or what if this?
What are some of the challenges of this role?
This role actually doesn't have a lot of lines, so a lot of the challenge is to stay present and stay active on stage without having to speak all the time, and to just always be involved in the scene, because sometimes you can kind of blank out when you're not speaking, you know. So it's a bit of a challenge to just stay present and stay involved.
What's it like performing on this stage? Third show ever in the history of this brand new facility.
That's fabulous. Yeah, it's so wonderful to be part of this first season here in my hometown. So
Nice.
Yeah, I'm very excited about it.
What do you hope people take away after seeing The Guardsman?
I hope that they laugh a little bit. I hope that they're entertained, and I hope that they see something of a true relationship between two people who are trying to figure out this marriage thing and make it work. So.
And he hasn't yet told me if he wants the Princi Valley costume.
Well, I should hurry up and ask him again.